Good evening. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. You're clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for November 29th through December 11th. For November 29th through December 3rd, this is what we're forecasting the flow to look like. Excuse me. These strong area positive height anomalies will weaken as a new ridge forms over the Northeast Pacific, but we're going to have a quasi-zonal flow with below normal heights across much of the nation. Okay, this is the 29th, we look at the GFS, and we go to the end of the period, we go to December 3rd, and this is what we're having the flow look like, almost zonal, and we look at the rest of the models, they're in good agreement with this. So, during the later part of the period, this is the GFS, we have a strong Pacific system that's forecast to move inland. And this will bring, like you see here, this is all snow. This will bring precipitation to Southern California, and this will bring possibly over a foot of snow for the Sierras, the San Gabriels, and the San Bernardino, and the San Quintino Mountains. The system will then reorganize over the southern plains. By Friday. And it'll bring a threat of severe storms to parts of Texas, eastward to the Arklatex region. Widespread rain is likely along and ahead of the frontal boundary with strong moisture influx. To the north and northwest of the system, there'll be enough cold air to be in place for some snow or mixed precipitation from the central plains northeastward to northern New England, where icing could be and is a mix as well, given the surge of warm air aloft but marginally cold air at the surface. So again, we're looking at the GFS. Excuse me. And we go forward, you can see here's the 540 line. And we can see heavy precipitation here. And then we go later in the period. This is now you're seeing some icing snow across northern New England, northern Maine. That's the GFS. And then we look at the European deterministics. And you see here's the center of the low here, bringing heavy precipitation, possibly storms. And then it moves into New England. Then we look at the European ensembles. Here comes the precipitation into the northwest. And then we get later into the period, you start seeing, here's the surface low starting to get wind up. And then it moves up. The ensemble's a little bit more to the north compared to the deterministics. And then this system moves into New England and bringing some precipitation. Okay, now we're going to look at December 2nd to the 6th. The flow doesn't change much. Positive height anomalies continue to weaken across the northern latitudes with a quasi-zonal flow with below normal heights across much of the nation. However, there's a tendency, we're going to look at that for some of the models, shift the area of negative height anomalies over the west. You can see it right here. This is in the GEFS, and then even the European anomalies show that, but still below normal heights across much of the nation. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting below normal temperatures for the west with anomalies of up to 6 degrees below normal are forecast, and above normal temperatures are forecast from the plains to the Atlantic coast with anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees above normal for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation for the northwest northern Rockies and from the Mississippi Valley to the Atlantic coast. And the probability of occurrence 35 to 55%. And then below normal precipitation is forecast for this region here, with the probability of occurrence is 35%. Now we're going to look at the period for December 7th to the 11th. Here's 7th. Now the tendency is to shift. The 7th is to shift the axis of the trough eastward. So we go through the 11th. You can start seeing that there is weaker height anomalies across here, but then there's still below normal heights across much of the nation. But so you can see the below normal heights have shifted to the east in most of the models. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting below normal temperatures or near to below normal temperatures for much of the nation. I'm forecasting anomalies of at least 4 degrees below normal. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here and east of the Mississippi River, probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. And then below normal precipitation is forecast for the plains, probability of occurrence is 35%. That's the long-range weather forecast discussion for November 29th through December 11th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.